Well, hello. I make this video because lately you see I made 8 videos from that XFE audio show in Veldhoven in the Netherlands, and many of you may think that I am over to the new stuff, but that's not the case. That's not the case. Yesterday, that was my last video from that XFE audio show, and I know many of you like my channel because of the old stuff, about because of the vintage stuff. And believe me, guys, I will not stop making videos from audio stuff. To be honest, my next video will be the Luxman Air 1030. Yes, it will be my next video. So I didn't stop making vintage videos. Yeah. Um, but but I have to be honest, that show, that XFE Premium Audio show, I really loved that show. And the price, I didn't pay nothing. I had free tickets, but the normal price is €12.50, and I think that's peanuts for what you get, because one day is too short, to visit that show. So if you go visit that show next year, be early, yes, so you can see it all, because I didn't saw it all. That's why next year, but yeah, next year I will be there too. But there will be new stuff, and I will make videos again. And I made a few mistakes with filming, and I will my videos will become better. Because filming live is always more difficult than when I'm filming at home. Sometimes I do it 3 times before I think, okay, this is the good video. This one I can broadcast. But that's not always the case when you do it live. When you do something live, you have to do it right away good. And I saw many mistakes in those videos. But yeah, I'm still in a learning factor, my friends. So, and I'm filming it for you. A lot of guys are there only making pictures and still doing those written reviews, making some pictures, give you an image. And I don't like those static reviews. I like, yeah, you have cams. Everybody have a camera, so why not film it? I think it's more nice. And even if you don't have the money, I don't have the money to buy all those expensive things, but I enjoy watching this stuff, heard this stuff, and also discovered a new music, but I didn't know, and I asked about it. I can use in my future videos, because uh, I know lately my videos are a little bit, well, I often use the same music. That's why I ask in one of my previous videos, please send some music to me so I can use your music in my videos, because at a certain moment I don't know what kind of music I have to spin, what I think everybody can like. I cannot spin videos in a review that 90% of the people will say, well, what kind of music is this? I don't like this music. So I want to spin music what I think everybody, well, maybe don't like, but they don't have nothing against it. So that's why I make that video. Please send your music so I can use that music in my future videos. It's very hard to pick music out, and it's not hard when you make one video or 10 videos, but it is hard when you make weekly videos, and it is harder to, then you have to, when I come back with a new video, and you heard the same music over and over again, that's not fun anymore. So that's one of the hardest part, to make my videos, to make music choice, which music I have to use. Anyway, I uh, I just had answered a question from somebody, and that XFE audio show, I mentioned that there were not that many young people. I think from every 20 persons there was younger persons below 25 years. at that show. So 1 on 20 is, well, 4%, 5%. 5% was under 25, and the woman who I saw there all came with their husband. I didn't saw one single woman or a couple of women, to what who visited that show. All the women who was there came with. So there is, women don't like this stuff, but we all know this. I don't have to repeat myself. I repeat it myself over and over again, that you don't impress women talking about audio stuff. Better do not talk about audio stuff when there's a woman near you. When you want to impress that woman. If it is your wife, your partner, you can talk about audio stuff and learn them. Try to learn them and to engage them in this hobby, but it will be very difficult. And you know, if you have a woman who have interest in this hobby, well, you are one of the few. You're a lucky guy. And for me, I say, if you have a woman and you have the money, um, but money is never enough, and you have to make choices how to spend this money. And what everybody likes these days is, well, if we have some extra money, we go for a holiday. We buy a bigger, a more expensive car. We buy a second car. We make 2 holidays. We make 3 holidays. I know people who have all of these stuff. They have a nice car. They go for a holiday 2-3 times a year, but they don't have a stereo. And if you would talk with the male part of this combination, he would answer, yes, I would like to have a better audio system. But why he doesn't buy that audio system is because if you have a partner, you make those choices together. And making choices together is nice, and that's the way it have to be. But uh, if you are in a situation, you have a partner and you want that audio system, I give an example, and that audio system will cost you 10,000 euro, what is not very much if you have the money for it, because a regular holiday from 2 weeks will cost you also 4,000 euro. If you want a nice holiday and you have money, you spend easy for 3 to 4,000 euro for 2 weeks. What you can explain to your wife, for example, if you want to outsmart them, choose a expensive car. Choose a car she would not like. I give you an example. You have to outsmart them. Choose a car you don't like, and for 100% she also will not like this car. But choose a expensive one, and you're gonna argue about that car. And of course that car will not come in the house. You will not buy that car. But for example, that car cost 30,000 euro, and then you ask your woman, okay, which is the car you like, and she comes up with a cheaper car. And then you say, okay, a cheaper, better looking car, the car she wants. And in fact, you also want that car because the other one you only, that's the trick. I give you a trick. You have to out trick them. And then you say, okay, I can go for that car, but uh, for the difference, because the other one was more expensive. I wanted to spend 30,000 for a car. For the difference, we have 9,000 left because this one is 9,000 cheaper. I want to buy a stereo set, because that's my an old dream from me to buy this set, and I want it for a long time. But yeah, I want this set. This is how you have to outsmart them. Or you have to say, okay, this year we skip the holiday. We skip the holiday because, well, we can do nice things together. We don't need an expensive holiday to have a big life, a great life, a great time. Those 2 weeks are, you know, it is easy to spend 4,000 euro for 2 weeks holiday, but the 4,000 is gone. And you can explain her, talk to with her, without making an argument, just talking, that you have a wish, and that wish is that you want a audio set, and that also she will enjoy this audio set. And there are many ways to pursue your wife if she likes you, if she loves you, and probably most of the time that's the case, because otherwise, well, there are a lot of women, they think it's convenience to be with you because you are the breadwinner, but these days women also, if you are the breadwinner, it's easy. If you are the breadwinner, your woman isn't working, you make the choices. Simple like that, my friends. If you cannot make the choice, you have money over, you have money left, yes, and you are the breadwinner, then you are just stupid if a woman say no to your choices, believe me. But today, in most cases, a man isn't the only breadwinner. The cash woman brings in the house is often equal, sometimes more than the man, and then you have to outsmart them, and or to say, well, woman, if you don't buy, if she have a lot of, they always find arguments not to buy that stereo set, because women are very smart. They are good talkers. They are better talkers than most men. So they will try to outsmart you not to buy that set. But if you pursue that dream, if you start, without making arguments, start coming up, blah blah blah, darling, blah blah blah, darling, buy her some flowers, and start the argument, again, and at one time they will bend, they will say, okay, if this is what you want, just go for it, because in a relationship, you have to fight for the things you want. I mean, especially if it is a holiday, there's no woman in the world who will say, well, I don't want to go to the holiday because it's too expensive. No, every woman will say, okay, that's a nice idea. Let's go to Greece. Let's go to Spain. Let's go to Florida. There's not one woman in the world who will say no for a holiday. But for audio stuff, 9 out of 10 will say, well, why you want these big speakers? Why you want this expensive amplifier? You can buy a set from 1,000. Why you have to spend 10,000? This is their argument, and they will. They because they don't understand audio. They don't like audio. So in their mind, in their mind, a audio set from 1,000 euro is already too expensive. If you come up with the audio system for 200 euro, they are glad. 1,000 is already too expensive, but then you come with 10 or 20,000. Ooh, then you have a bigger problem. Then you have to outsmart them and just tell them this year we skip holiday. We skip holiday. We skip holiday for. I know a guy. He have a normal job. Yeah, he makes, I think, I'm not sure, 1,800, 2,000 euro a month. Not sure what he makes. And he is that big Marantz collector. He lives in my town, close. I've been in his house 2 times. I bought 2 items from him in the past. And I asked him, because he had it all in a very small room. Big collection in a very small room. And that's an older guy, I think 55, 60 years old. And I asked him, how do you pay for this hobby? And then he told me he never go for a holiday. Okay, that's also, I think, uh, that's it. Well, that's his choice. I like my holidays. And I would never say that I will not go for a holiday anymore because I only want to have audio stuff. I'm always looking for a balance. But he never goes for a holiday. This guy, and so every year he have his holiday money he spent for audio stuff. Okay, that's his choice. But this guy have a woman, so probably he is the breadwinner, and so that he can make these choices. Or he have a woman who doesn't care. Who doesn't care how he spent his money. And well, he's lucky. He's lucky guy. But many of you are not that lucky that you have the freedom in a relations that you can buy what you want, even if you have the money. I don't mean you have to be rich, but you save some money. You save maybe 20,000, 30,000 on the bank. And in fact you are 55 years old or 50 years old or 45 years old, and you want that stereo set what costs you 10,000 or maybe one third of half of your savings. And most people will say, that's stupid, you spent half of your savings to a stereo set. Well, why is this stupid? You only live once, my friends. You only live once. And believe me, if you are 50 or 55, you don't know how many years you have left. I mean, you, it can easily be that in 65 you are not there anymore, or maybe 70. And if you live like everybody else, 70, 75 is normal. So you have 20 more years left maximum, maybe 25 if you are lucky, or 30. But okay, that last 10 years, well, believe me, those holidays will not enjoy. You will not enjoy holiday when you're 80 years old. You like your home more. And believe me, if you choose when you're 55 years old to spend half of your savings for a audio system, well, I would not think that that's a bad idea. But there's always a woman who will say, no, this is a bad idea. Why would you spend your money for an expensive stereo set? And because we also need a new kitchen. They always need women always need a new kitchen. I don't understand why. My daughter just bought a oven, only the oven, for 1,000 euro. I said, okay, 1,000 euro for an oven. Why didn't you buy a oven from 300 or 400? Why do it have you do you really think that oven can make your food better? No, I don't think so. But yeah, 1,000 euro oven. My brother bought a new kitchen, and he paid 1,000 euro extra. Believe me, my friends, 1,000 euro extra, because because the system he get boiled water out of his kitchen. So he don't have to boil his water anymore if he needs water for tea. you know. But that system costs him 1,000 euros. So I think, yeah, what's the problem? You can make that water, on the stove or in a water cooker, hot water cooker. And a hot water cooker costs you 10 euro, or 15 euro, and you have to wait 2 or 3 minutes. But yeah, they don't want to wait. They have now the system, 1,000 euro. They have hot water. Okay, that's their choice. That's their choice. And woman will never say no for kitchen appliances, even if that kitchen cost 40, 50,000 euro. Does that mean that 40, 50,000 euro give better food on the table? No, my friends. No, my friends. The food will be exactly the same as the food before with that old kitchen, And but their argument is, we want a beautiful kitchen, you know, modern kitchen, a beautiful kitchen. But the only thing the kitchen do is cleaning your dishes, you know, and making you prepare your food. That's the only thing the kitchen do. But that kitchen have to cost sometimes 10,000, 20,000. My brother's kitchen costed 18,000 euro. 18,000 euro for a kitchen, my friends. But if you tell them, I want a system, a stereo system from 10,000 euro. Oh no! Are you crazy? You know, how can you talk about a stereo system from 10,000 euro if my kitchen only cost 5,000 euro? You know, this is how they argue. You know. And we need a new garden. You know, there's always something. You know, they find a better solution to spend the money. You know, the garden, they want a new sofa, they want a new table, they want a new floor, they want, you know, I don't know. They always find reasons to find a better way to spend the money. You know, so that's why you have to outsmart them. You know, outsmart them. You know, when it's time for a new car, you know, if she wants a car, and she comes up with that car, you say, well, I want this car. You know, ugly car, 10,000 and more expensive. I want this car. And she will look to you and say, well, are you crazy? This expensive cars? And you're going to talk, you know, yeah, but... And then you say, you know, finally, when you win that decision from the car, you say, you know, I think you're right. We go for your car. But for the difference, you know, because 9,000 euro, 10,000 euro difference, I want to buy my stereo, you know. And you have to outsmart them. In a way, you have to outsmart them, you know. Or skip that holiday, you know. Skip that holiday. Let's do fun in our country. We don't have to go abroad. We don't have to take the plane. We can have as much fun as... you know, you have to outsmart them, my friends. And being in a relation doesn't mean you have to swallow everything your woman say, you know. Because if you are the breadwinner, you make the choices. It's simple, okay? The woman can talk, you know. She can talk. She can, you know, like you make the decisions together, but in the end, you make the decisions if you are the breadwinner. If you are the breadwinner together, so both are working, you have to outsmart them. And do not, women are persisting, you know, always persisting. You know, if they want something, and you all know what I'm talking about. If they want something, they get it. If as long the money is there, they get it. They know that, you know. And if you know, if you as a man want something, because men, let's be honest, men are simple. You know, men are simple. Men are lucky if they have the right woman. They are lucky. You know, if the woman brings food on the table, they are lucky. Even if it is not really what they like, you know, if they think, well, I prefer different kind of food, doesn't matter. If the woman makes it, they are happy because their woman is making. They're never complaining, you know. Most you guys never complaining, you know, about the food, about this, about that. Even if you don't like the food, you don't complain, you know. If she wants a new couch and you think, well, I don't like that color, you don't complain because it's her choice, you know. She bought that couch and it's what she like, you know. I had a friend, and this is true, and he just met that woman, and he had like me, white, everything in white, you know. And that woman came in his house, and she told him, well, I want different color, and a very ugly color, you know, and he painted his whole house in that color. And I won't believe it. Within 2 months, that woman said, well, I'm finished this relation because I don't feel happy with you. But he's stuck with this house with that stupid, ugly color. And this is woman, and this is man, you know. Men are, you know, easy to convince that to do as the woman say. But even for example, if there comes a woman in my house and she say, well, Andrew, I want purple, light purple. It's a nice color, or mocha. You know, there are plenty nice colors in the world. You can give your walls. You know, and if I have a woman like that, you know, and now believe me, guys, how you are see me sitting over here. If she wants mocha, there will not be mocha on the walls. If she wants light purple, there will not be light purple on the walls. You know what I tell her? If this is what you want, I buy the stuff for you, but you have to do it yourself. You know, I will not paint it purple. And the moment they have to do it themselves, the fun is over. You know, the fun is over, because then they think, okay, we leave it like this. You know, because but that guy I who made his whole house in that color. Really, believe me, his whole house in that color. After this woman left, he painted white again, and still now, until today, it was years ago. This thing happened. It burns in his mind that he was so stupid to let his ear hang to that woman, you know, to change his house in a different color. After a few weeks, this woman was just in his house, just in his house, just new in his house, and he said, you know, would you like to change the color? You know how women are talking, you know, and how men is, especially if they are in love, how they do everything for this woman, you know, and then he stuck with that house with that ugly color, you know, and anyway, so I tell you, if you want that stereo, my friends, if you want that stereo, you want it, you know what you want, and you already know what the price is, the exact price. Outsmart them, or if they think it's too much, you know, then you say, okay, you know, I do it in pieces every year. This year I buy the amplifier. Next year I buy you know, the speakers. Next year after you buy this, you know, you have to outsmart them. But anyway, if you want something, go for it. It doesn't matter if your partners argue this or that, you know. Within a few months, you know, if you are smart enough, you know, if you are smart enough, you will get what you want, but you have to outsmart them. You know, I don't have the money to buy 10,000 euro audio stuff. I'm honest now. I don't have that money. You know, well, let's say I will never spend more as 10% from my cash, so what I have on audio. I will never spend more than 10%, you know. I know plenty guys who spend 50% or 40 or 60, some spend 100%. But I'm honest, I can buy new stuff, you know, I can buy stuff, but I don't want to spend more than 10-15% from my cash for audio. And I have my reasons, because I also like holidays. I like to drive a car, you know, and as soon as I'm now losing my weight, you know, I didn't dance for 5 years. I like dancing. I'm a dancer, my friends. I will pick up that salsa, because I had salsa lessons for 3 years, and I was a good salsa dancer, but I lost many moves. So as soon as I'm now on diet, and that means that maybe in 6 months, I hope it's 6 months, but it can be a year, I am on my weight again, and then I start, well, that salsa, I need some, pick it up again, so I need some lessons, maybe 10 or 20 weeks, you know, to get in it again, and then I start dancing again, because I love that salsa dancing, salsa, merengue, and bachata dancing, and I will pick that up also, and going out cost money, always cost money. In the time I went out, all my money I went to going out. I went dancing salsa 2 times a week. And that's expensive. It's expensive. As soon you leave your house, you go to a place and drinking with friends, and because the salsa scene is very small, so you know each other. But you drink, you pay entrance fee, so evening out costs you between 25 and 50 euro. This is the price if you go out. So if you go out every week, it's 200 euro a month. If you go out 2 times a week, it costs you 400 euro a month. This is what you the price of going out. In the last 5 years, 6 years, 5 6 years, I didn't went out. Because I thought, well, I'm too big. I don't want people see me like this dancing. This is strange thinking, but this is the way I don't want people see me like this. That's why I didn't went out for dancing. And but as soon as I lose my weight, I will start dancing again, and then I have less money to spend on this hobby. I am honest now, because I have now plenty money, not plenty, but I have enough money to spend for buying old stereo stuff, and the other reason is also that in the beginning, when I bought that stereo stuff, it costed me money. In the end of the year, I calculated, well, it cost me big amount of money, but yeah, this was my hobby. I think, okay, I can spend it. But now, I'm honest to you, my video channel is going okay, and only with the income from YouTube from my videos, if I use uh, that money, that YouTube money, I can buy nice things. I'm honest to you now. I didn't expect that. I don't make much money. Don't think because there are guys out there who make million a year from their YouTube channel, but uh, uh, the first year I only make, how much was it? Well, maybe 100 150 euro for the whole year. That was my first year. The second year it was 300 or 400 euro. I am now in my fifth or sixth year, and I make now, well, I can buy easily from a year YouTube money my favorite speaker set I want to buy, to be honest. So this is how my hobby, you know, makes money for me now. Doesn't mean that I make money now because I still buy often things I sell cheaper than I bought, you know. So I'm still losing with buying and selling. I'm still losing on that part, you know. But on the part videos, well, at the moment, I make more money with my videos. I have money left from my videos than what I lose with buying and selling. In the beginning, that was not the case. In the beginning, I lost money because buying and selling, and I lost money. But yeah, I thought, okay, it's a hobby. I'm making my videos, and every video I made is worth something. So in the end, uh, if you know something about economic, you know, I studied economics, so you have a break-even point. Every company if you see my hobby as a business, you know, I don't see it as a business, but if you would see it as a business, uh, you have the break-even point is uh, when you're out of your costs, when you start making real profit. You know, for example, a Walmart. Yeah, a Walmart cost a lot of money to make. You know, so they start with minus 10 million, 20 million costs. You know, before, you know, they're gonna sell. Here's a 20 million. You know, they're gonna sell, make profit. You know, and then after maybe 5 or 6 or 7 years, they reach that break-even point where they earn that 20 million back, and from that moment on, This pure profit, you know. And at the moment, I am. So this is my videos, my video income. This is my video income, and at the moment, I am about here. I'm still not out of my costs, what I spent over the 6 year buying and selling. But this year I make profit. This year I make profit. If I see it only for this year, I make profit. But if I see it for the last 6 years, yes, I'm still not out of my costs. Almost. I think next year I will have my break even. I made up for all my losses, for all my losses, and from that moment on, every penny I make, is profit. But when I started this hobby, I didn't start it as a business. I just, wanted to make this video channel just for my hobby. I didn't saw it as a business. But at the moment, I didn't expect to make money. I didn't, to expect to earn $500 a year. I didn't expect that. I make more than $500 a year. So the money I make now, well, I think in 5 years from now, I can buy every year a beautiful system. For example, I think when my channel goes on like this, I can buy in 5 years, uh, a new Macintosh from €5,000, or €7,000. This is how much money my channel will make if it goes, because it goes like this. There was not 1 year it went down. It goes like this. And if I follow that line, I can see where I will end in 5 years, where I am if I'm still making videos the coming 5 years like I made videos the past 5 years. I know that in 5 years from now, I am on a level I can make, well, I think I'm not sure, between 5 and 8,000 euro a year with these videos, over 5 years. And when you make 5,000 euro a year, well, that's still peanuts, for YouTubers, because there are many other video channels who make much more, 10 times, 100,000 times more than me, with the same amount of videos, but they have a different thing. I have old vintage stereo. It's not that popular. If I also like fishing. If I make a fishing channel, I would earn 10 times, 100 times better than now, because there are a lot of people who like fishing, but that's not my hobby. It's my hobby, but didn't fish in the Netherlands for 30 years. If I'm abroad on holiday, the first thing, where can I fish? But in the Netherlands, I don't see that as a hobby. And I had some plans to make a fish channel, to start fishing again in the Netherlands, but and I know fishing will make so much more money then. So I don't do it for the money. I don't, because if I want to make videos for the money, there are so much different ways to make better money on YouTube than vintage stereo. But okay, to make money with it, I'm very happy, because in a way, I'm almost at my break-even point, and then from that moment on, every cent what I earn is profit, and with that profit, I can buy, expensive stereo sets. More. That's why my channel will grow. I started with the very cheap stuff, and if you follow my channel, you see that in the years I bought more expensive, slowly, but every time my stuff is more expensive what I review, and I can see myself 5 years from now, with more expensive equipment, with second-hand Accufaces, Luxman, Macintoshes, still second-hand, because I still believe that second-hand audio stuff is way smarter to buy than the new stuff, because uh, if you buy something new, you're stuck on it. You know, you cannot say after 1 year, I'm gonna sell it because I want something else. No, because you will lose a lot of money. You know, you will lose if you buy a complete new system for 10,000. If I give you an example, and you want to get rid of it after a year, yes, you have all the boxes, all the papers, guarantee papers. You want to sell it. You will be lucky to get 3,000 for it. So you will lose 7,000. You know, that's why I say, if you really love audio, buy it second hand. You know, buy it. But if you want that stuff, you know, you see, okay, this is what I want, 10,000. Be smart, buy it second hand. You find it for a third of the price. You know, year old. You know, and. But when you buy it second hand, and after a year you say, not what I want, and that's very fast. The thing with audio, after a year, after a short time, that's just what I discovered. You want to go to a higher level. Not sure why that is, because I don't have that thing with cars. You know, if I drive a car, I see plenty nice, better cars driving around me. But I think, okay, once every 5 years I buy another car, you know, second hand. And, but I don't have in the between time the thing in my head, well, I wish that 5 years was over now because I want another car. No, no, I don't have that. But with audio, um, maybe after 3 months you have enough from, you want something else, something better, better level. And that's why I say, if you buy second hand, you don't lose. If you buy it for 3,000, the same system, and you sell it after a year for 2,500, you lose 500. But you know that 500 isn't as much as that 7,000. That's what I'm explaining you now. You know, wait until you can buy something, because there are plenty rich guys over there who are, after a year, do you have enough from it, they want to sell it, and that's what you have to buy. You know, a year. If you are in for the new stuff, you know, buy it when it is a 1 or 2 year or maybe 3 years old. You know, you can buy it very cheap. You know, but then you can still, you know, easy change from your system. Say, okay, I don't like this system because I don't know what kind of reason. You know the reason, and you know what I'm talking about. You know that if you start with this hobby, it is never good enough. You know, and I try to be. Uh, I have my collection upstairs. I don't see it as a collection because sooner or later I will sell it. Yes, because uh, I also want to upgrade. I want to upgrade, and I think about Accuface, but yeah, I'm not sure. It can be Macintosh, can be Luxman, can be everything. You know, I'm not sure where I will be in 5 years from now with my audio system, my personal audio system, not the stuff I review, but what I have in my cabinet and what kind of speakers. I'm not sure what I have in 5 years. Not sure. You know, can be a system from 2,000 euro. I have now a system. I just calculated it at 850 euro, but it can be in 5 years a system from 2,000, from 5,000, for 10,000 euro. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It all depends. Wow, I'm not sure. It also, even if my channel is making 8,000 euro a month or a year, you know, doesn't mean that I will buy a system from 8,000 euro or 16,000 euro. That's not the case, you know, because I didn't start this channel to buy my audio equipment for. That's not the reason why I start this channel for. I started this channel because as a hobby. Like I bought the things, you know, discover everything, and make some videos, and I knew I would make some money with the videos, but I never expected that after 6 years I would make, well, enough money to buy myself. Well, this year I'm still not at my break-even point, and I explained to that my break-even point is somewhere there next year, and after that year it is pure profit. But all those years I didn't spend money to holidays, you know, to because normally I go every year for a holiday, sometimes 2 times a year in the past, you know. I didn't spend money for going out, you know, like I told you before, I love dancing, you know, salsa. I didn't spend money for to that. So if you don't go out, you also don't need clothes, you know, to have every time a different dress, because I didn't calculate that, but if you go out often, salsa scene is very small, and you come there every time with the same clothes, you don't like that. You want to change your clothes also if you are outgoing, you know. So I didn't calculate that, but going out is very expensive. I didn't go out for 5 years because of my, I just explained to you. And so maybe in 5 years all my money goes to going out, you know, spending holidays. I'm not sure. Making having money doesn't mean uh, I making that extra 5,000 a year with my videos doesn't mean I will buy myself a 5,000 stereo set. That doesn't mean, you know, maybe I still have the same set. Not sure, you know, not sure, because but I will review more and more expensive stuff. So maybe the middle price of what I review now is 150 euro, 200 euro. Maybe in 5 years that will be 500 or 600 euros, you know, slowly. And in 10 years, maybe it will be 1,000 euros. Slowly, I'm growing with my reviews. I see that back in my videos that I start buying more expensive stuff. You know, the Luxman set, the M383 from the set I paid 650 euro for. Uh, I would never buy. I didn't spend that much money in my first 2 years for not one set. Too expensive. But now I see I buy more expensive stuff every year. So, um, well, that's what I wanted to say on this Saturday afternoon on my cam. And my next video will be the Luxman Air 1030. And I have also a Marantz 4230. Already finished that video, ready for uploading, but I will leave that for next week. And then I have a video ready, and really believe me that I have a sponsor, and I have this box, this aluminium box, this, well, accu box, and it's already finished, but I'm waiting for the right moment, because now is the time people are buying stuff for, well, for the presents, you know, 25, 26 December. It is present time, package time, and I think next week that's a new thing, and from one of my already finished that video, but and the sound is beautiful, and the price is perfect, and you know that thing. You will see that all in that video. It's the best present you can give, but you will see that in that video why. And well, so I have some vintage, some Marantz 4230, yeah, Luxman Air 1030. I have some nice stuff, my friends. Nice stuff. I have now in my hallway Philips FB 825 speakers. FP or FB? FP 825 monsters, 110 centimeters, and 1995 speakers, my friends. 28.5 kilo each. Ooh. I have plenty stuff to film here. I have that Marantz. I didn't make a video from that yet. A Marantz tuner, Marantz preamplifier I have over there. I have that Marantz 22235. I still have to review that Akai. Oh, only in this room. I have plenty. Only what is in my living room. I did that tape deck, reel-to-reel tape deck. I have plenty things to review, my friends, and you will see a lot the coming 2.5 months, you know. And so don't worry, my vintage channel isn't dead. If you see that I am low with videos, so I only upload one or two videos a month, or sometimes I don't upload for 2 months at all one video. That doesn't mean I stopped the hobby, you know, but that means my head is full with other things, and I don't feel good in my head to make videos, you know. I have to be in optimal condition, or almost 90% condition, to make a video. And as when I'm not in a good condition, you see that back in my videos. Some of my videos I made when I was in a bad shape, you know. So when I'm in a bad shape, you won't see any video for because that period always takes longer as 2 3 weeks. So you will see. Then when I slow down with uploading video, that doesn't mean I stop the hobby. You know, don't unsubscribe because you don't see video from me for 2 months. Think I stopped uploading. As long as I am single, you know, I'm honest. As I'm single, I will upload videos. You know, because this hobby stays. It's my only hobby at the moment. You know, okay, I will pick up dancing when I lost my weight. You know, I have two hobbies, but at the moment this is my only hobby, and so I will keep uploading. But as soon as I find a woman, I'm not sure what kind of woman. She lives there, I live here. It's okay. I will still upload. If she comes living here, that means problem. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Problem, big problem, because the room upstairs have to have, you know. I don't know if you can keep that room when you have a woman in the house, you know. I don't know if you can keep a woman in your house when you have all this audio equipment in your living room, and you're busy all the time with your audio stuff, you know. At a certain moment, this woman will say, you have to choose audio stuff from me. And, you know, everybody knows you choose for the woman, you know. You're afraid the woman will leave. But okay, I'm not in love now. I don't have, okay, I have something in my mind, but that's always the case. I always have a woman in my mind. You know, there's always a woman. You know, I think, well, maybe I can, you know, find this woman. Maybe, yeah. There's always a certain woman I have my eye on, but that doesn't mean I can find her. You know, because my taste is a little bit. You know, my daughter explained me, uh, Papa, why you are so single? Why you are single so long? You're still good looking. I know plenty guys from your age who are looking much older, you know. And she say, I think because I explained her, I showed her some woman I like, and I said, Papa, you have to lower the bench, you know. That those women, they are very hard to find, you know, and you have to lower the bench a little bit. But that's my problem. I cannot lower that bench. I want this or nothing, you know. I mean, um, they are not, and believe me, the taste I have, the woman, the sort of woman I want, you know, I like it. The woman I would like to live with, you know. There are not many women around, you know, because, well, it's like I want a speakers from 100,000 euro. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I want those speakers. If you compare that with women, you know, and because well, that's why I don't think I will have a woman in 5 years, because I am very difficult, and the older you get, well, the more difficult it is to find the right partner, my friends. But happy for you. My channel is going on. Okay. Well, thanks for watching this video where I open myself again to you. You know, to tell you some things you maybe didn't know about me, but now you know them. Maybe you think, okay, maybe after I heard this guy, my life isn't that crazy at all. You know, I'm not the only one who think like this, and because we all have our problems, my friends. And I know some of you would think, this guy is going for the new stuff now, the XFE Premium Audio Show. His channel is now rubbish. This guy changed his mind. He's a trader from the vintage stuff. I'm not a trader from the vintage stuff, my friends. I explain you. I will, even if I have the money for it, I will never buy new stuff. If it is cheap, 500 euro up till 800 euro, I can, maybe 1000 euro, I can buy new stuff, the cheaper stuff. But I will never, that Macintosh 252 amplifier, I will never buy that. 5,000 euro, my friends. I love, when I saw it, I love the thing, but I will never spend 5,000. The thing, if I want that thing, I wait 1 year, 2 years, this guy is selling it for half the price. He wants something else. I buy it for 2,000. If I wanted 2,500, then I save myself 2,000. This is the way I am, So I will never buy new stuff from a certain point, the cheaper stuff, of course, I can buy new stuff, it doesn't matter. But I mean, 5,000 euro from a Macintosh 252. Even if it is worth I think it is worth the price, but will I invest that money? No. Maybe not even 2,500. Maybe when the price is 2,000, after a few years, 4 or 5 years, I will buy it. This is how I'm thinking. I don't know about you. I cannot see in your wallet. I cannot watch in your wallet and how you. I know plenty of guys. They don't have a penny on their bank account, but if they see something, they want it immediately. Doesn't matter if they buy it new in the shop or second hand. They want it immediately. This is most people I know. They think this way. They cannot wait. They cannot wait till tomorrow or next year or 6 months. They have to buy it now, and that's the big mistake most people make. I think, I'm not sure, but yeah, I cannot argue with that, because there is something. If you buy something new in the shop, it smells new. You are the first one to open the box. It is, if you think that's worth the price, I can't argue with that. It's your choice. But the way I am, I will never buy new, my friends. So don't worry, I will always have my vintage channel. Only I'm upgrading. So you will see more and more often more expensive stuff. So the stuff from 50 euro, I don't buy those. I don't review those things anymore. I'm honest to you now. The stuff from 50, 100, 150 euro. Well, maybe I have a cheap set over here because I bought it together with a turntable. I will review it. I will test it out, and give my opinion, But I will not, like in the beginning, I bought that cheap stuff, because I was learning. If you start learning, you have to start on the bottom, on the bottom, And you first buy the cheap stuff, and then every year, every month, year, you go a little bit higher, And I don't know where I am in 5 years from now. But I cannot watch in the future. But I'm still growing. I'm still growing, my friends. But sometimes I see for free, pick up for free. Stuff that I paid maybe 4 years ago. I paid 100 euro for that thing for free. I already had that thing. Not interested, or maybe I think, well, didn't have it, but I think I don't make videos. I don't buy the stuff for the videos. I buy the stuff because I want to know how it sounds. I'm curious about the quality, and the video is the second thing, and but only for the video. I will not buy that stuff or take it up for free, I see often, in the Netherlands, people give things away for free, my friends. Often I made a few videos from those free pickups, but really I can read it every week. Every week I can read gratis for free, take up for free. People want to get rid of it, and they you know, but often it is the cheaper stuff. You know, don't think you can find a Marantz 2265B for free. Well, maybe if you're very lucky, you know, you can find, but and don't expect that stuff. It is most of the time stuff worth 50 to 150 euro you can pick up for free, and I think, you know, do I want to drive to that location for that free pickup only for the video, you know? Because if I don't like it myself, why would I make a video from it, you know, just to fill up my video channel with videos? No, that's not how I am. I make the videos because of the stuff I think, okay, this is interesting. Or if the Luxman Air 1030, it is not my receiver, it is from Simon, and he brought it for me to film. He soon will bring other stuff what he have in his house so that I can review it, you know. It's a nice thing to have people like that who give you the opportunity to film their stuff, you know, because I cannot buy everything. So, my friends, this was my Saturday afternoon video. I hope you enjoy it, this talk stuff. And if you recognize yourself in this video, say, oh, I have the same problem with my wife, and you know, don't if you are happy in the relationship, you know, and if you know for 100% sure, the woman will never agree with me because you know how your woman thinks. Every woman is different. Don't go on a fight with her because you listen to me and I explain to you how to outsmart your woman. You can always try to outsmart them, but never fight. Never fight for these things, you know. That's not good, my friends. So, but try to outsmart them. Try to outsmart them if you want your audio system, because there's always a way. But you have to think, if you want something that bad, you know your woman don't want nothing from this stuff. You have to outsmart them and think very good, very hard how to outsmart them, you know. And well, thanks for watching. Put those thumbs up, and tomorrow I will upload Luxman Air 1030. Yeah, and after that, half of the week, I will upload that video from that audio from one of my sponsors. That audio, and you have to watch that video. Don't miss that video, because believe me, you will be surprised from that video. I already made that video, but you know, weeks ago. But I wanted to find the right moment to upload it. You know. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. Put those thumbs up. Ciao, ciao.